And beating the Hornets. Both games 11-point victories for Indiana. Will re-jump, and the Pacers with the ball looking to go to 37 and 15. They are now a game ahead of Detroit, who's won 6 in a row and are at Milwaukee tonight. The Nets have lost their 2 since the break and fall 2 games behind Indiana. And quickly inside to Jermaine coming to the Hawks. And the big deal for Dikembe Mutombo. Abdur-Rahim goes to work for the first time. Tinsley had the shot. Plenty of time on the clock, though, so wisely moving it around. Fading out of bounds, Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah, but for Tinsley not to take the shot, he thought he saw Reggie open, and then Reggie was able to dump it into Jermaine, who just, again, the size factor and the quickness. O'Neal can get a basket or a shot. A good look almost any time.
Abdur-Rahim, the double pump. Get it out. Pacers. O'Neal with Abdur-Rahim having the inside track. Brad Miller, the fake. Finds O'Neal, and it's fouled from behind by the little man, Jason.
Able to stand up. So that's what they're struggling with.
Another problem is who gets the ball to all these potential scorers. Hard to distribute it, and they're one of the leading teams for turnovers. Jermaine O'Neal off to a great hole. Tinsley wearing the Indiana white instead of the Hawks red, and O'Neal for the swooping hook shot
with the left.
First quarter. Now it is Terry hustling out in his 4th season out of Arizona. That basket will count, and the foul on O'Neal.
Jermaine had missed the shot on the one end and was trying to get back. Just trying. Did he get to establish position? You see, he kept going baseline. Abdur-Rahim, and somehow the ball is able to go in, but O'Neal was making an effort to take the charge.
And he just figured 7 points at the half for Harrington. At that point, I remember, Quinn, you noted that Al may be in for a special night.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had in mind.
Well, the Hawks have in mind what happened that night and are looking for the floor. Last couple of games been shooting extremely well after a bit of a cold spell prior to the break. Ratliff, no, there is the energetic Darvin Ham, moves into his range. Scott Host's illustrious career, no doubt that was the biggest interview of his.
We got comedians everywhere.
And that is Jermaine O'Neal. Thought he had that one.
It was soft on the rim.
First miss for Indiana in their last 8 shots. Abdur-Rahim, no. And Brad Miller has to be taken out after that one. He's huffing and puffing. There's a lot of work in that sequence. Abdur-Rahim, no. Robinson finds Ratliff, and he's rejected by O'Neal. Scrap for the loose ball, and it's Artest. Pacers bust out. 3-on-2. Artest wants that one, and he's got it. It's a 2-pointer, and that in a game this year. Terry goes for 3. Reggie has hit 4 in a game, as has Ron Artest. Also, Jamal Tinsley had a game in which he had 4 3-pointers. Shareef Abdur-Rahim. Atlanta, a team that certainly fashions some high-scoring talent, but it's at the other end.
Because they're not accustomed to quick shots being taken.
And there's also the tendency when you're really starting to run away from a ball club of letting
back, shoulder, stomach, a little of everything there. Hey, can't get it. Did he?
4 3-pointers and 14 points in the second period. And he is now just 3 points away from moving past Adrian Dantley, 16th all-time in scoring. Only the 4th field goal for Shareef Abdur-Rahim, but Reggie Miller fighting his way against Glover. Mercer, no. O'Neal goes upstairs and hits. 16 now for Jermaine O'Neal. Glover. Henderson. Oh, feeds a beautiful pass into Abdur-Rahim, who draws the foul. Robinson. Oh, with a crossover. Comes up short. But right into the waiting hands, all alone inside. Shareef. They have missed their last 9 field goal attempts. Miller with Glover on him. O'Neal shadowed by Abdur-Rahim. O'Neal goes up and over, had to watch out for Ratliff. Tinsley, yes.
Stayed on the glass.
12 seconds to shoot. Terry scrambling as if he wants to get it back against Tinsley. Ratliff makes the move. Oh, shifted, but Rahim is there to tie it up. Jermaine O'Neal going upstairs, taking Indiana.
Forget about the crowd.
See Jermaine go up. There was a push in the shoulder, and Jermaine came down on the left shoulder because Theo Ratliff was going strong for the finish. Great timing by O'Neal. Clean block.
And most important, don't get caught up thinking about when.
Now, was it a wipeout on the Ratliff's part?
Yeah,
If you put your
no
head
doubt.
down, concentration.
There's no doubt.
The last 4 points for the Pacers.
They got it where they wanted to. That's where you want the ball.
O'Neal turns, he fires, and it goes out of
Pacers get it
bounds
back.
off the Hawks.
The Pacers have a 20, and they're going to use it.
And will get the last shot with 19 seconds left. Yeah, that is their last timeout. But they have an opportunity to take it home with a basket here.
Well, for a while, you could talk about the Hawks and their inability to defend. You see, that ball just went off the knee. Abdur-Rahim.
For the Hawks, he had 5 points at halftime. So into overtime we go. Pacers with Tinsley and Miller, O'Neal, Artest, and Brad Miller, the starting five. O'Neal swatted away.
Doesn't matter, there's no shots taken.
That's the 9th block shot for Ratliff. He ties a career high, once led the NBA in that category. Abdur-Rahim, no. 23 points. Last 2 games, he has passed Elgin Baylor and Adrian Danley, 16th now all-time in scoring. Into the hands of Miller for 3.
Oh, he got it!
And the Pacers miraculously by 1. Atlanta.
Well, at this point, I'm going to see if I can get it to Jason Terry, and that's why they've got Ron Artest on it.
Tinsley is on Glover. Artest hounding Terry, still going to go for it. Blocked by O'Neal, and that is it. Closing up the route to Jason Terry, who had just hit the dramatic three-pointer, sends him in on O'Neal, who comes up with the left-hand erasure. And that shuts the door on a very game Atlanta Hawk team.